And we're live.
Standing by, we're recording, and we're about to start the live stream in just a moment. We are now live. Thank you. The room is now open, Madam President. We can begin. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Good morning. How's everyone doing?
Good, and yourself? Good morning.
Great. I'm here with my cafecito, ready to talk a little.
Yes, I've got mine here too.
So good morning. We're going to start off by introducing yourself. My name is Millie Vargas. I'm the SGA Vice President here at the West Campus.
My name is Haley Rivas. I am the SGA Vice President at the Hialeah campus.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you so much for having me. And more importantly, thank you for choosing Miami-Dade College and for being a leader at the college. The difference you make will make it so much better for the students that follow you and the generations to come. I've always seen our student leaders sprinkle that level of excellence at all of our campuses through student government and other clubs and organizations. So thanks for sharing your time and your talent with us at the college and making it, I think, the best college in the nation.
Yes,
I definitely think Miami-Dade College provides a whole bunch of opportunity just like this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Miami-Dade College, for me, is opportunity, and it's change making in all the sense of the word.
Opportunity changes everything, like we like to say at Miami-Dade College, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Most definitely. So we don't have you here for a long time, so let's make it a good time. So let's start off the questions. So our first question to you, Miss Madam President, would be, how has your first 100 days, I know we're past 100 days, but how did that go for you?
It's been exciting to be back at Miami-Dade College, to be back home, a place where, you know, everything started for me as just like you all as a student. And instead of being in student government, I was in athletics, but the same, contributing to the college, and so grateful for the opportunities that the college gave me. So the last 100 days have been really exciting. Meeting with community leaders, meeting with students, with our faculty, with our staff. You know, it's through the veil of the pandemic. So it's always a little bit more challenging, but with face coverings and Zoom, still been able to make all those very important connections and some one-on-one meetings as well. What I've heard is so much about the pride of Miami-Dade College, the difference that the college makes in the lives of our students, in our community, and really the dedication of our faculty to continue to build academic excellence and programs and that help you transfer or get ready to work. And I've heard and seen the commitment of our staff in supporting you and our leadership team in supporting our students.
Awesome. Yeah, I am very grateful for the opportunities that you've given for students to directly communicate with you. For example, in the student town hall that was held virtually, I'm glad you were able to convene a large group of students so that they can bring their concerns directly to you as the leader of our institution.
I love it. I think it's something we'll keep doing because I think that the Zoom gives us the platform to bring students together from all of the campuses, and you don't have to drive to one campus or another. So it's something that I plan to do every semester, to not only you bring me concerns, but your ideas. I think you're a student, and the reason you are our why. We're here because of you. So I want to make sure you have the best experience and hear ideas on how we even make that experience better for students.
Right, that's awesome. Well, now I'd like to slide a little bit into the topic of athletics, which I'm sure is very dear to you. Recently, we had our Lady Sharks, the volleyball team, they had some wins, right? And you were also inducted into the FCSAA Hall of Fame. How do all these achievements feel for you?
Humbling, to be back on the court with Coach Summons. She's our women's basketball coach, has over 600 wins at Miami-Dade College, leading our women's Sharks. So to be there on the court with her, I was part of win number one, and be recognized in the Hall of Fame is really special. And I'm so inspired by our girls volleyball team. Just the women are doing amazing. We won the state championship and certainly competed for the national championship, and incredibly proud of them to come out really recognized as a women's volleyball team at really the highest, competing at the highest level, and recognized top in the nation. Maybe not number one and coming out of the tournament, but certainly anywhere I go, everyone knows about our women's volleyball team and the national championships they've won. So I'm incredibly proud of all of our student athletes, like I am of our student leaders, who balance life, balance service to our college and community, and most importantly, prioritize academics and excel not only in the classroom, but outside of the classroom.
I think that was very beautiful. And that leads us with the word of balance into our next question. You yourself, I'm sure you have a home life, you have hobbies, you have things that you like to do. How do you balance being a president? And I'm sure you had to go to school. How did you balance all of that? And how are you balancing it now between your home life and your work life? I know it must be so stressful, a whole bunch of meetings.
I'd like to say that I don't put this pressure on myself to have perfect balance, but that it's a balancing act. How do I blend my personal life with my professional life? Not three different people. I think that no matter what, they influence each other, they cross over. But I have a daughter who's, that's the most important title I will ever have in my life, is to be a mom. I think that our contributions as parents is to send into the world another person that is kind and humble and of service. And that certainly is my daughter. So I'm incredibly proud of her and proud to be her mom. And for me, family and faith has always been really important. And when you live out your values, it doesn't take a lot of extra work. It takes intentionality, being intentional about spending time with family and spending time with friends, as well as being dedicated to the college. And so I call it an act of balancing and blending, my love of family and my commitment to faith and my dedication to the college together. And, having fun. I think the one thing you can't ever do is take yourself too seriously. You gotta always bring a good sense of humor, be able to laugh at yourself, and create that ease around everyone that's working so hard, whether they're working at home or working at the college or working in our community. I think everyone wants to wake up every morning and be the best version of themselves. And that's what I try to do, is be the best version of me every day and inspire everyone around me, whether it's family, friends, or colleagues, to be the very best they can as well, and try to support them in that endeavor.
Amazing. Yeah, and I think I agree with you in that statement, that it's a balancing act between your work and everything you do and your own personal life. And so a quick little question, this deviates a little bit from what we had planned, but I do want to ask you, I believe you're a doctoral candidate right now. So when do you plan to be receiving your degree?
Finishing research now. I hope to finish it, in the coming months and just kind of wrap that up. It's the only thing I did, all of the classwork, the orals. That's really the hard part of any doctoral PhD program. And then just wrapping up the research. And just because of my career trajectory, leaving the college, becoming the president and CEO of Take Stock in Children, but then most importantly, as I became the chancellor of the Florida college system, just having to put that on pause until I could, just get through that position. And certainly research is something that I do every day. I'm a data-driven leader, and that means I'm kind of sometimes a geek on data, the staff will say, because I think it tells our story about what does the research say. One thing is like the anecdotes, and you can say, okay, this was this anecdote for a moment, and it happened. But the other part is to look at data trends and understand what story they're telling us and how we can be better. And this process helped me really refine those skill sets and that experience, and being a leader that looks through that lens of data and equity.
Awesome. That sounds amazing. So continuing in the topic of balancing life and work, do you have like some self-care tips that you could share with us and with the students who are watching?
Try to do something you really enjoy. Some people say exercise. I do love to exercise. I love to walk and to run. It helps me clear my mind. But for others, it's playing music. For others, it's meditating and praying. Just find that spot that you can take a couple of minutes to listen to what's going on. I kind of say, like, let the conveyor belt go. It's interesting what your mind is running sometimes, and how that comes out in the way that you might act, in the way that are blockers for your own goals. So have a little reflection time in whatever it is you like doing. Don't think because people exercise, that has to be it for you. I have a nephew who loves music, and that's his escape. So pick that and carve out time for doing that. I think that's important. Don't put this pressure on yourself about, I have to go do self-care. But more importantly, in your schedule, embed things that bring you happiness, that refuel your soul, that feed your brain, whether it's picking up a book and escaping to wherever that book takes you to. It's your life. Pick those things. Don't let social media or others pressure you into what is self-care. Look, nothing better than a mani and a pedi and a blow dry to feel renewed again as well. So I try to balance with prayer and exercise, and then those fun things that I enjoy, whether it's getting a mani and a pedi with my daughter or a blow dry with a friend.
Yeah, definitely. Self-care is, you want to do it. It shouldn't have to feel like a job. It should be anything that you feel that you need. And definitely you need to embed it, especially as student leaders. I think that's one of the things that we have learned, that sometimes you need to just say no and do what you need to do to be better. And so on the topic of your daughter, our question to you is, how do you kind of parent your daughter as this leader of this giant institution and prepping her to become not necessarily you, but going into college at IMU? How do you balance that and not be kind of biased in a way? Because I know it's your daughter and you are a leader of a huge institution. So it's kind of like, does she see it scary?
It's her path. It's not my path, I fully respect parents that live vicariously through their children. It's her path. She's gonna, look, I love sports. She didn't really love sports. That's okay. And she's tall, so people will always say, do you play basketball? No, but she does other things. She dances, she's involved in student government. She's, on dance marathon, does a lot of great things to help the community and help children and help make a difference. And I think that's the most important part, is to raise a child that understands that the world is bigger than just us, and not being self-absorbed in ourselves, but to be able to model for her. What I'm most proud is that I model for her the priority of family. And whether it's someone's birthday, she's the first to text. And, you know, send her grandpa a picture and tell him, you know, that she, you know, loves him. I think that's the first thing that I love to model. The second is faith, you know, making sure that we take time to pray, to believe in God, and to know that that's something that's a value in our family. And then the other one is just do the best you can every single day. That's what I have said every day in her life. Just do the best you can. And even if it's something that didn't go right, she'll always say, I did the best I could. Okay, so I think that's part. And then going to college, she'll make the decision of where she wants to go. You know, when I made my decision at Miami-Dade College, my mom was like, you have to stay here in Hialeah, go to, you know, Miami-Dade College. You know, for my daughter, you know, she'll pick wherever she wants to go. I think that when you select the college, it has to fit your sense of belonging, that you feel really good there. And that's the most important part, because I think as students, you all can excel at multiple institutions. But like you know, we started out the conversation, you feel great at Miami-Dade College. Miami-Dade College is full of opportunities and support. And so I'll always hope that she'll pick a place where makes her feel the way that you all feel at Miami-Dade College. Of course, I'm a little biased. She'll make those decisions.
I definitely think those are key things, especially like you said, going to college is a big decision, and it's about feeling at home and feeling your best. And luckily for me and Haley, I think we definitely have thrived here at MDC. And I definitely hope your daughter can find somewhere where she thrives and excelling. And it's important, like you said, it's just about living your life and being free and having fun.
Yeah,
That's it, right?
I totally agree. Personally, in my own experience, my parents have tried to do just that. Everything you're mentioning in your parenting experience, they've tried to make it important for me and for my siblings that the world is out there and it's waiting for us, and we need to make a contribution, and specifically a positive contribution, right, to the world. So yeah, that's great.
So proud of you guys. That's so important. And you're everything that you're doing and influencing the college, you're making the college a better place. And I can't wait to see when you go out there and you make the world even a better place, because of you all are the light of the world, and everyone has a responsibility to shine brightly and turn their light on. And if we all do, then the world is a brighter place. And I always tell her, and I tell students, make sure you have a tribe that recharges your battery in that light. Never have a tribe around you that dims your light. Instead, really have somebody that hangs out with portable batteries for you to charge up real quick when they see your light dimming. Because the world needs us all to shine brightly and shine who we are to the world. And if we do, then in moments of darkness, we are the light. You know, like MLK said, no one else is, we are. And that's such an important part of growing and going into an adult and into work. We all have that responsibility for each other to shine brightly.
Yeah, most definitely. I definitely think, especially as a growing adult, you need to have a group of people who surround you, who uphold you, who hold you accountable, and definitely have the best interest in you. You are sometimes who you hang around, and you want to be with the best people around you. And luckily for me, when I got here at MDC, my mentors have been so great, and it's just been a whole deal of flourishing. And I think this takes us to our next question of, so as we all know, you're a Hialeah girl. So how does being from Hialeah shape the way that you are president today?
So I get that question a lot. I think growing up in Hialeah, my parents came from Cuba, and had to learn English, go back and to school. My mom, started working in a factory and went back to college and became a teacher. And my dad worked, in the evenings at Winn-Dixie and the day as a bank teller and moved up. And we brought family all the time to my house from Cuba, and the neighborhood, everyone on the block was kind of in the same grind, right? Their parents were immigrants coming in. And so I think that growing up in a city like Hialeah and that community teaches you hard work, teaches you that everyone, it's just every day. Everybody's just working hard. No one's really complaining. Everyone is taking every opportunity in front of them to be better and to serve their family, and that sense of community. So I think that shaped who I am, watching my parents and my family and the hard work of my uncles and aunts, and then growing up with my cousins all living in Hialeah as well, and my neighbors, and knowing that, one, we were trying to take care of each other while we were also working hard, and while we had a kind of obligation to keep going and pushing forward because we were watching our family working so hard, our parents working so hard. And I think that's the influences. And I'm incredibly proud of a city that gave me so many opportunities. I, hung out at the parks, Mylander Park. And when I could work, I became a lifeguard at Badcock Park.
Oh, I love Badcock Park.
And I played basketball and softball at the park. So we would go to we would get in a little bus from Mylander to Sparks. I learned how to swim at Walker Park. And so I think that's the part that makes Hialeah special, and that I'm incredibly proud and influenced so much of who I am. Growing up with family there and parks and recreation, and watching everyone working hard and taking care of each other.
I definitely think Parks and Recs is a big part of my life. I am 1 out of 5, and my mom was a single mom for most part. So I would go to Babcock Park all the time and go on field trips to Mylander, Walker Park, Slade Park. It was like a back and forth. We were everything, cheerleading, basketball. So I definitely think there's a sense of family and community in Hialeah that helps us prosper moving on. I think it teaches us key roles about life. There's so much, it's like everybody is together and everybody's family, whether you know somebody or you don't know somebody, which is the greatest thing that you can have in a community.
I think so. I think spot on. And that's what makes it special. And it doesn't mean that the rest of the city of Miami and others, and I hear that sometimes about, students that live in Sweetwater have gone to the parks and the Optimist. I think those are those variables that make community special and how community can influence our lives.
Right, for sure. And so, this event is kind of special, at least for me, because we're all from Hialeah. So we've kind of grown up in this environment. And I absolutely agree with all of you. It's this sense of community, of just going around and you see the people and you see this diverse group of people, right? Because now recently, at least in the area where I live in Hialeah, we've been getting a lot of people from different parts of the world. And so I think it's really special because we all come together and we all understand that we come from the same place. We may be from different locations, but we're all citizens of the earth and we're all immigrants here. We're all working hard to achieve a better future. So I think that's really a key in helping cement our foundations as human beings.
Agree. Couldn't agree with you more.
I definitely think the slogan of Hialeah, the city of progress, or the engine of progress, is the key to go, because it is the city that just keeps on giving. And be able to, I grew up in Hialeah, but I've been around. I live now in Kendall. So going back and forth, and even being here in Doral, there's something just about Hialeah that just makes Hialeah, which will lead me to my next question. As we all know, this is a Cafecito Talk, and I'm sure you drink coffee. What is your favorite place to get coffee from, and your little croquetas and your pastelitos from?
I would have to say Versailles, right?
Ooh, good place. Good
Versailles
place.
would have to be. A great story is right after I was named president in November. The first place I went with my dad and a couple of friends. We went to Versailles. We had a cafecito, some croquetas, and a pastelito. And so that's got to be a pretty good Miami staple. And in Hialeah, I would say the great place is Chico's to go get un batido de mamey and a croquetica and un cafecito.
It definitely reverse size is a staple, especially for Sunday brunch, Mother's Day, Father's Day. It's definitely the popping place to go.
Yeah.
And then, so we have a gift to you. As you see, we do have our I Love Hialeah shirt. So if you
So
would
cool.
like, yes, we have the merch. We have the I Love Hialeah shirt, the Cafecito con Chisme cup, which I know you have, but you're missing your shirt. You need to be swagged out. So we're definitely gonna give you a shirt. And if anybody in the comments, as I see some people really like the shirts and really like the cups. And definitely a reminder, everybody, go out and vote. Elections is important. SGAE board. These are the people who are your voice. Luckily for us, me and Haley, we were inducted here, and this is one of the greatest opportunities we have been given, and so many more. I can't thank Miami-Dade College enough for every single opportunity it's given me. And this is just the icing on the cake. This is my last hurrah before I go. And I know I'm sure enough for Haley, this is her last hurrah as we are both graduating this semester. So thank you, Miami-Dade College, and everything that you guys done for us.
Congratulations. I'll see you at Marlins Park on May 1st, where we're going to celebrate the graduates of Miami-Dade College. And we're excited to be celebrating you. And we're going to be having some breaking news about graduation later today. We're working out all of the logistics, but I'll give you a sneak peek that I think you'll be able to have one or two people and your family cheering you on there. And so we're working on some of those logistics. We heard you and we're responding to you and want you to celebrate with your families as well.
Awesome. Well, that's very exciting. Thank you so much for speaking to us today. And I agree with Madeline. You know, Miami-Dade College is truly opportunity, and opportunity changes everything. Miami-Dade College has really been special for me and for my entire family. We're all MDC graduates. Well, I'll be joining the group in May 1st, and my father as well. We'll be graduating together on May 1st. So it's going to be very special.
Oh, that is so awesome. Your dad is graduating too?
Yes.
Oh, wow. What an amazing story.
Yeah.
What's he majoring in?
Well, he did a college credit certificate in digital marketing.
Oh, cool. Yep, one of our rapid response credentials.
Yes, absolutely. And
well,
so,
tell him we are so proud of him, and Miami-Dade College, as you can see, changes lives for the entire family and for many generations. So that's great news.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much. I loved having this conversation with you, and I hope you enjoyed this time as well. And I hope everyone who has joined us today also was able to learn something from your great experience and all your knowledge.
Yep, keep it going. We believe in you, believe in yourself, and big things will happen. So thank you. And I was really, what a great way to start the morning with students and talking cafecito time.
Definitely. So I think this is our end. I don't see any questions right now, but thank you so much. Thank you for giving us the opportunity. What I like to call it is debunking the stigma of a president that's unapproachable. And luckily for us here at MDC, I feel like all the deans, all the presidents, and even you are approachable. And that's what makes it so great. It makes it feel like a home because you are approachable. We can't voice our opinions to you and our concerns to you and to your entire chain of command. So thank you so much for being with us here today. I hope everybody has a great day. Go out and vote for your next e-board. We're excited for all of you who are going to graduate. Congratulations. And yeah, thank you for being here today.
Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Likewise.
Bye.
Bye-bye.